It's your girl, Melissa Renee.
And Evita Nicole.
And we're here with another episode of Drinks and Discussion.
Yes.
So first we before we get into the drinks, we're just gonna give our condolences and rest in peace to Chadwick Boseman, because we have not been here. We haven't did an episode to kind of, pay our respects. So, I want to pay my respects to Chadwick. That was kind of sad.
That was very sad.
It was. I went back and I had to get off the phone when I found out, when I was on the phone with my friend. I was like, no, I was on the phone with Onisha. Yeah, I said, Chadwick, She was like, no, he ain't. I said, girl, yes, he is. And we was just sitting there. She was like, oh, man. And I was like, man, I'm about to go to bed. She was like, you about to get off the phone.
I wasn't on social media. Once I saw that, I clicked off. Like, I can't even get on social media. I can't. I don't want to keep seeing the pictures and the face and the,
And I was just so like,
it was very sad.
I felt like I was family. Because I was like, why ain't nobody tell me so I could process this better and know, but that ain't none of my business because I ain't family. And I know, and I understand better why he did. Because people would have been feeling sorry for him. We would have been the only.
He might have not had gotten certain roles, let's be honest.
He wouldn't have. People would have felt sorry for him. All we would have been talking about is update. They would have, blogs would have been updating us constantly on his condition and him getting work.
Not on the greatness of his work.
It would have been less about his work.
It was very sad, very sad.
Yeah.
The good old South Carolina governor called himself flying the flag at half-staff.
Really? You better do that shit for me when I get famous off of this drinks and goddamn discussion. They're gonna be like, hell no, y'all some nasty mouth bitches.
You talked about the alphabet people and everything. You went totally against.
What we drinking on?
Oh, this is, we're gonna name this this is Black Rose. So this is actually the red Stella Rose. But we all know Stella Rose is the chaser. So I threw some whiskey in there. Some good old
whiskey.
Honey whiskey.
Jack Daniels whiskey.
Some whiskey. It's really good. It's really good. It's like a sangria, but you can't call it a sangria because Stella Roses don't have that bite.
Who made Stella Rose? It wasn't an alcohol at all. It had to be somebody.
It has nothing to do with the sweetness. It's literally, I feel like I get a better buzz off of damn Jamaican Me Happy.
I get better buzzes off of
Stella Rose.
Off of wine coolers than Stella Rose. I do.
Definitely. But I mean, Stella, you got something long. Somebody mix some real liqueur in there. Really good.
Use it as a chaser. Yup.
It's really good. Really good though.
All right, so let's get into the thing that everybody's talking about. We got to talk about the current event. We got to talk about Cardi and
as mundane as it may be.
And we got to talk about Cardi and Offset breaking up. We posted in the group. Did you hear when she came and explained that it wasn't because of cheating? She just got tired of arguing. Which I was arguing about Cardi. Cheating. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Maybe it was just, I don't know. Maybe they were arguing about, where they, I don't know.
Maybe it was.
They're a normal couple.
Maybe it wasn't
maybe she wanted cornflakes and he wanted frosted flakes.
Ain't nobody divorced.
She got tired of him bringing home the cornflakes.
No. I feel like, listen. First of all, let me address this because, I don't want nobody to look at this and be like, y'all laughing at somebody's divorce. I am not laughing at divorce. Yes, divorce is serious. But guess what, people? So is infidelity. And y'all was very entertained by Jada and Will and their entanglement. Y'all was entertained by August coming on there talking about what he was and wasn't doing with Jada, and it was entertainment. Now it's a divorce and people won't get a little sensitive. Now I don't care either way, personally, because it's none of my business. But I will say this from the sincerest, deepest place in my heart. I feel like when you see certain things on social media and it makes you and people laughing and they're entertained and it triggers you, because that's what it's doing. Don't, it's triggering you. If it's triggering you, it's probably because you still have some open wounds and you probably still have to heal from that situation.
From the bottom of your heart. She being honest.
I am, because I'm a baby mama. I got a baby daddy, and when I don't get mad when motherfuckers talk about baby mama, baby daddy shit, you think I don't get mad when they talk about baby daddies. Why? And if I was getting mad about it, that's because maybe it's something that's a little triggering for me.
I don't get mad when they talk about, how women just want all this money on child support, and men just get thrown on child support so easy.
Okay.
I don't just be on there like, that shit ain't true. They know how to manipulate their way off that system too. I don't be doing all of that. I'm just
saying, sometimes, this is social media. I repeat, this is social media. So, when I see something triggering, because I'm not saying I don't see certain things that's triggering to me on social media. I'll see some things that make me feel away, but I quickly
just keep going.
I just keep going, Now, I'm not saying for anybody who spoke on it and wrote about it, like, you can speak and say whatever you want to, because that's what it say. What's on your mind, right? You can speak it, but I'm just saying, if you really, like, if it's making you feel away, like you've already expressed it, but you still kind of feeling a way about it.
Like after you went on the post and went in, feel the need to start a separate post.
Then you gotta write about it again.
Yeah,
Then you gotta comment on somebody else's post. Like, maybe that might be a little triggering for you. So, maybe instead of getting, I ain't gonna lie, child, I be tired of people on social media telling people what to do.
Really?
Like, people like, oh my God, how many times we about to hear, I thought somebody said something. Let the motherfucker say that shit if they want to. Why does that bother people? Why does it bother people on social media when people talk about, well, what are you doing this trend? So, is it hurting you? If that's what the motherfucker want to write,
I think that's how they feel. That's why they go on their long.
But you going on your long tantrum about shit other people do that does not have shit to do with you, that you cannot control. I don't speak on shit I can't control. Like, that don't affect me. If a motherfucker want to say all the cliche shit in the world on social media, that's fine. You know how many nasty plates I see on fucking social media? I don't have to go on there.
I just don't like it.
I just don't like it. It moving on. But I'm just saying, like, I'll say this. All jokes aside, it's social media. We ain't all gonna see eye to eye and agree with everything. You might not like something and you may feel away, but understand that's your experience. These are things based off your experience and how you feel.
When someone laughing at something and you go on and on about how it's not funny, and at the end of the day, they still got LOL and emoji with the tears coming out their eyes laughing. You have not changed their mind.
No.
Just like we don't change people listening who still gonna be like, well, that's how I feel about it. I'm right.
You can. And if I was, the old petty me, I would be laughing at some of y'all shit while y'all being serious. But see, that's the wrong. See, that's the pettiness. That's the devil, as y'all like to say.
Girl,
so I gotta let that shit go. But anyways, let's move on with Cardi B and her.
I hope you get through it very well, Cardi.
Cardi said she ain't mad. That's another thing.
She did say
she said she wasn't mad or sad, and she was just fine. So that right there proves my point, right? So Cardi B comes on, and she was like, "I'm not mad. I'm not sad. about this divorce, like, you know what I'm saying, I'm good on it. This was my decision. This is what I decided to do. So for everybody out there who was trying to speak on behalf of her and say, oh, this isn't funny, divorce, y'all don't know what this person, you don't know what divorce. Well, guess what? She said she's just fine. So that then lets me know that people project. People project. They project their feelings on the situation that they know nothing about. Because she said she was damn fine. And she probably laughing at the memes her damn self, double tapping. And y'all right here talking about, oh, woe is me, Cardi. Well, she don't feel that way. So maybe you projecting how you would feel if you was in the situation and you wouldn't like people laughing about you and laughing about other stuff. So now you just putting it out there.
When I saw it and I was like, oh.
I ain't had care either.
Moving on. Like we was just here 2 years ago.
What? Him cheat? Yes. Yeah. I mean, honestly.
And for her to not be sad or crying, she had her mind made up when she went back the first time that she was no longer in love with that man.
Girl.
You did.
I felt like that too. I really
you liked him.
like
you may have loved him as a person, but you weren't in love with him no more.
I said that. I was like, this shit sound like I feel like Cardi had this shit set up like one more fucking thing. One more thing. And I'm going to the courthouse.
You left the milk out, nigga. Yeah, it's over. Shit.
You ain't want to be there. You ain't want to be there because you ain't arguing much. You're not divorcing just because of an argument. Because y'all argue all the time. Unless
I mean, it could be because sometimes you might need to.
But it's deeper. What I'm saying is deep rooted. It ain't the argument. It's just the fact that you may no longer see a future with that person. Like this is it. Like I don't see this shit going nowhere. So that's why you left. But I'm sure, like, I don't think she just meant like, oh, we was just arguing. That was it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I'm sure it's a number of things.
I'm sure it's a number of things that's none of our business. You know, but you know, it is what it is. I'm gonna tell my opinion. I honestly think, to me, in Hollywood, I think a lot of relationships are kind of molded and put together. Okay. Now
they might have thought it was cute.
I'm gonna explain myself. Meaning, like, I feel like if let's say Cardi and Offset met each other backstage, or they was talking, the label saw they was talking, was like, oh, this is a good look. Y'all need to make this happen. Y'all need to be together. This is a good look. And let's not act like this is not the era now where it's all about power couples.
Y'all don't watch P Valley.
J-Bay.
Mississippi on P Valley.
Okay. That's my shit right there. I love Mississippi. I love the way Mississippi dance. That's my shit right there. But anyways, yes. So let's not, we this is the new thing now. Power couples are the new thing. That's why, to me, in my opinion, why Jada and Will have to do cleanup all the time, because their whole image and their brand is Will and Jada. So it can't be Will, Jada, and August. That does not go together. That's not the brand. So I feel like that with the same thing with Offset and Cardi. Like, that was a good power move, and it looked good, and it got them more attention, which earned them more exposure, which got them endorsements and got them better deals and got them more money. But, after the fun is done, then you still gotta go home with this person that, or they could have set the shit up like Will and Jada, because I don't care what nobody say, they do not live together.
No, they don't.
They don't live together. Okay?
They hide it by saying somebody on vacation.
Yeah, they don't.
Somebody always on vacation.
They don't live together, and they could if they wanted to keep that bag, but I don't see Cardi being that type of person that into shit like that. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that she didn't love him or he didn't love her. I'm just saying, certain things happens based on, because you can learn to love a motherfucker. don't think people think you can't. I think you can grow to love somebody.
You can grow to love. It's like a dog you bring home. Like, I don't want no damn dog. And next thing you know, you feed the dog. You take the dog out for a walk. The dog gets sick and you crying.
Exactly.
You love the dog now.
Yes, you love the dog. That's what I looked at it, because it was very beneficial for them. Like, let's be real. Ain't nobody nobody cared or knew about Offset in a certain light. It was Quavo, and then it was Offset and Takeoff. You know what I'm saying? And when he got with Cardi B, it was Offset and Cardi B. Shit, I don't even know if I hear Quavo name like that no more. So, sometimes shit run its course. So do what you got to do, Cardi. You know what I'm saying? Move the hell on. I'm sure she did not leave because she wasn't cooking and cleaning. Oh, y'all.
The bitch got money. Why would she be cooking and cleaning? Goddamn, I'm trying to put a housekeeper in my booty. Shit.
I'm just saying, this for them Negroes.
If I could afford a nanny, I would have one. That bitch wouldn't be cooking and cleaning.
This for them Negroes out there. The Negroes out there who been saying it. And them pick me HEAUXS. Them pick me hoes out there. Because we had a video in our group, Black Bellas, where the black girl was talking. You ain't seen it. Where the black girl was talking about what did Cardi expect, because you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. So the best she was gonna get was Offset, and she should have been happy to get Offset, because and she told us, and for women up here congratulating a person divorcing, she said that's just a little cheating. Why would you divorce somebody off of a little cheating? Yeah, I want to know what a little cheating, because she said, y'all women be quick, black women, she referred to, quick to leave a man off for some little cheating. So I want to know what a little cheating look like versus cheating, because I guess a little cheating. Child, I thought cheating was cheating, but I think cheating is cheating. It's cheating, but not a little cheating. But anyways,
maybe a little cheating. No, that was cheating.
What's a little cheating?
Say is what Gabe was doing to Trina from Braxton.
Oh, he was doing a little cheating
when he was online, but he was serious with it.
What?
When he was talking to women online.
And how Trina? But then what messed me up?
Cheating though?
I don't know, cause Trina talked about how she gave some fellatio.
She did.
That might be a little cheating too, cause she didn't have the full intercourse.
Tell us what y'all think.
I mean, y'all, please tell her, what is a little cheating? I need to know, so I can put this in categories of what's a little cheating versus cheating. Cause
little cheat,
she had
stay together.
Big cheat should leave, I guess. Little cheat versus big cheat, I guess. I don't know, lady. I didn't know what she was talking about somebody. She's talking about my family be telling me to leave my man all the time. That bitch, maybe you need to listen.
When your family telling you.
I mean, maybe you need to listen. I don't know what she had going on or what she got going on. My thing is, you don't tell people what they should and should not do within their relationship, because you ain't in it. So if you want to sit and you want to be cheated on and with a little cheating, that might work for you. And there's nothing wrong with that. But that might not work for somebody else. Somebody might not want to get a little cheated on. Okay? Because, I mean, if little cheating is accepted, that means I could cheat too, right? I can do a little cheat. That means we both should be able to do a little cheat.
But that might be someone's marriage. That could be.
A little cheating. Well, they're open. Yeah, it might be an open relationship.
It's only a little cheating when they don't discuss the newcomer.
The newcomer? Yeah. Or do you open Pandora's? What if they was like, well, I was going to tell you.
But I wanted to test drive it first. And then
I text you, but you didn't respond on time. I went ahead and did. I knew you weren't going to mind. You weren't going to mind if I did it or not. So,
cheating is cheating.
cheating is cheating.
Cheating is cheating. And it's up to that individual to decide what they're going to do with the cheating. So whatever it is, if it's cheating, cheating is cheating. So if your partner confronts you and they're like, you cheated on me, and your ass know you cheated. Cheaters know when they cheat.
So what do you think is a good time frame? Because I'm thinking about the Super situation. Super saying who owns the crayon case.
Is the time frame for what?
To move on. Because see, Super already all in a relationship right now. After the whole ordeal with her baby daddy cheating again.
Super got some self-love to do.
You think she do?
Money can't buy that. Yeah, because she took him back. First time, ain't he did something one time?
She took him back the first time.
And then he did it again.
And he did it again.
And the excuse this time to definitely say no is because the person was presumably underage.
Underage. So it do make you question and think, if this person wasn't underage, would you still be there? Because see, if it was just,
Why do you need an excuse though?
Yeah. You
don't need an excuse. You can just flat out be like, you know what? I am that bitch. And I thought I wanted to take you back, but
I don't want
this ain't gonna work.
This ain't gonna work.
I changed my mind. You gotta go.
Or maybe maybe she would have took him back, but the fact that she couldn't deal with the fact that it was a younger, maybe it made her look at him in a different scope. That, oh, you're talking to a younger female, you know? But see, that's when that self-love come in. Because at the end of the day, I'm not gonna be sitting here talking about, oh, well, you know, you with an underage girl. Like, no, I'm gonna be like, first of all, nigga, you cheated. Second of all, nigga, you out here messing with underage girls. Which is gonna make me question my daughter with you. Not even saying you gonna do something, but shit, now it made me question if my daughter friends.
Absolutely.
Cause you gonna be hollering at their ass, you know. So I mean, those all of those things would have been in effect. And my thing too is, I don't think women should make excuses. If you want to be with the nigga, if you want to go back with a nigga, just say, look, I ain't over this nigga yet. Okay?
Right.
I ain't there yet. I'm willing to keep going with this shit right now.
Because she's still not over him. And it could be because of lack of self-love.
You think she's still not over him?
Yes, because you move too quickly because you need something else to occupy.
So what is a good time? When is a good time frame? When is it okay?
I don't necessarily think you can put time on it, but this person she's with, let's be honest, most likely you were seeing him during the course of your relationship. No,
okay. Let me break it down. This is what she said. She said that she started talking to the guy during the time when her and the guy Lewis, her baby daddy, broke up the first time. Which, mind you, they was broken up for like 3 months. They was broken up for like 3 months or so. Maybe she got back with him. I guess she left the guy alone. They broke up again.
You're not really that into him either.
They broke up again because he cheated the baby daddy, and now she's back with the guy.
With the sucker.
I'm going to tell you what's questionable for me, and I can't tell anybody how to move on with their life and how to be in a relationship, but I'm going to be real about what's very questionable. What's questionable is the fact that she's posting him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Let it be known that she's happy, but you're not.
And that's what's questionable, because it's like you trying to let the world know, like, I moved on. I got a new nigga. See? And my thing is, especially if I've already been in a relationship, this nigga cheated. You know what I'm saying? We had a very public relationship. I was very known. He wasn't. You know what I'm saying? people was already saying like, oh, he's riding your coattail, whatever the case may be. Like for me, in that situation, if I met this guy and I like this guy, I will hold back posting us and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to make sure that I want to make sure I'm in this relationship because I want to be in this relationship and this is where I am. And I want to make sure that you're here, not because I'm super, but because I am, because you want to be with me. What's her name? Raynell? I think her name Raynell, because you want to be with Raynell. Like that's what.
You know what she needs to do?
What?
And you love your Iyanla. I love Iyanla too. I ain't even gonna lie, y'all.
Iyanla, I love you.
She has this book called In the Meantime.
Oh, I gotta get that book.
And when I first read it, I was like, oh, maybe this is something for someone who is like single or going through just a bad relationship. They know they're about to end, but it's really not. It's just kind of talking about your different stages when you're in the meantime. And that's what Super is in right now. But she's at a point of in her meantime where she's still doing the same old thing.
Cause here's my thing with that. My thing is, it's no way you was with this guy for as long as you with. Y'all had a baby together. He cheated on you. You broke up. You got back with him.
Let's talk about how he cheated on you multiple times before you became, known and successful.
He did?
I'm pretty sure. Let's be real.
I don't think he was with her. I don't think he was with her when she first started the crayon
when
case.
You caught when everybody else caught him cheating that first time, that was not his first time. That wasn't their first relationship.
This the first time that
everyone
it went public. Okay.
And even if it wasn't, nevertheless, he cheated. You talked to some other guy. You're not into him. He may be into you, but you're not that into him. And you go and rebound. I'm speaking from experience. I did it. I've been to Dummy who was with a man who cheated. And then it's like, well, this is about to be over. And I go talk to somebody who I'm not into. But nice. Occupying my time, And then when it's like, okay, I guess I'll take them back. And then get cheated on again. And then rebound back to the sucker who you're not that into. But he's nice.
Yeah, and I think
it happens.
And my thing is, that's true because you gotta heal, right?
Yes.
So it's no way if you've been with somebody 3 years, it's no way you just heal in 3 months.
And then what else? Even if that's not the case, and you are into the new guy, you gotta protect yourself and watch out for those new guys who are coming to prey on a woman's emotions. And there's like no set time limit, but there is realistically a
here's my thing, and this is what I would suggest to Super. No, and I think people feel like when it's women who say stuff like you need to give yourself time, like we telling you to be lonely and be by yourself
and not be happy. No one's saying that.
Why don't you date? Why are you investing your time in that one person? Like, date, as they say, have a lineup, have a team. Date several people.
Ain't nobody telling you to sleep with everybody.
Yeah, because one is going to allow you to actually know exactly what you want.
Yeah.
And what you don't want. And it's going to allow you to have time to, talk to people, deal with people, but it doesn't make you feel committed where you have to invest yourself.
And you might
when you have not refilled yet.
But most importantly, you'll learn something about yourself.
True.
When you're dating multiple guys, and it could just be 2 guys. Ain't nobody saying you gotta have an ass of men that you date. It could be, 2 different guys that you're dating. You're gonna learn something about yourself that maybe you didn't notice before. While you chasing the guy who don't even really want you, cheating on your ass anyway.
Yeah.
You know, and you so busy blaming certain things on him all the time, you're not noticing what, I mean, it's your hand in it too. Why am I allowing this man to cheat on me? That's your fault.
Jada Pinkett.
What?
That part. So.
You're so damn stupid.
That part.
But
so
I mean,
that's true.
It's real.
What
you
saying is it's what you're saying is so dead on. So we tend to, as women, when we get hurt in a relationship, and I got this from my husband because he said this, and it made so much sense. He was like, you ever notice that when you in a relationship and it's going good, it's we and us, we in love. We together, we happy. And when shit goes south, it's you.
Yeah.
You. And this motherfucker. And this nigga.
Yeah.
And it's never we anymore. Mm-hmm. So it's like we take all of the accountability off us and put it on the next person. But just like it took two people to make the relationship work, it takes two people for a relationship not to work. And you have to look at the things you did, even if what you did was you allowed too many things to happen.
Yep. You saw the red flags.
You ignored it.
And you just put your stunner shades on and just kept on going. I don't see that red flag. I know he ain't come home to 6 a.m. this time, but he home.
Okay.
He know I'm upset because,
Red flag I saw with my baby daddy. When and you know what? I read an article about this. It's a word for it now. And I think who shared it? I think Tamika Chapman shared it in the group. It's a word for it now. We call it ghosting. But I forgot what they call it. When a guy puts everything, he give you all the attention, talk to you every day. You just like, oh my goodness. And then next thing you know, ghost. You don't see them no more. Mm-hmm. You don't hear from them like that. And then they kind of pop in and out and in and out and in and out. So I thought it was ghosting, but it's a name for it. And the person who was talking about it described it like, you have to be careful for men like that too, because they can be very controlling. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So they come in, they give you, they lavish you with all this attention and love and whatever, and you like smitten, and then they got you under their control. You know what I'm saying? So my baby father wasn't controlled, child. He been a whole ass married. But anyway.
That's another story for another time.
Even a whole ass married. But it was the red flags that was there.
Like?
I can't sit here and say I ain't see no red flags. I seen them shits, but
let me interrupt you. Mind you, she didn't know at first he been married.
Oh, no, I didn't know at first.
Because I know some people like, well, bitch, that's a red flag right
now. No. I didn't know he was married at first. People I got rumors. After we start dealing with each other, there were rumors that, he's married. Mm-hmm. So I had friends come to me and be like, girl, he's married. I think he's married. I heard he was married. And I was like, well, he didn't tell me that. And it could have been true. And that was one red flag where I could be like, okay, bitch, put your Carmen Sandiego hat on, bitch. Detective mode. Let's research this shit. But I wanted what I wanted at the time, right? So I just was like, I ain't see no rain. He didn't tell me shit. I ain't hearing it, And then that's when, I don't know what happened. Something happened. I'm trying to think what happened where I asked him, or maybe I just asked.
I think you heard it from someone who's really close to you, like, yes, he is married.
Yes.
And you confronted him.
And I confronted him about being married, because I think my friends had sent me, I think they did a low-key intervention with me.
I think that's what it was.
They did a low-key intervention with me. It was like, bitch, this nigga is whole married out this motherfucker, okay, bitch? And I was like,
I remember.
I don't know.
But that was a setup because he knew you was gonna ask him because I was there.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm the lingerer. Comes around the third.
He told me,
but he had his ring on that day when you asked him about it.
And girl, and played me like a motherfucking fiddle. Talk about something. I had my ring on the whole time. Bitch, you ain't had no goddamn ring on the whole fucking time. I would have seen that shit. Let me tell you, no. Let me tell you how I know the nigga lied about the ring. Cause let's be frank here. When he hollered at me, I didn't want to talk to the nigga, right? So you already know as a female, when you see a guy and you ain't feeling this nigga, you looking for an out, right? Mm-hmm. You ain't think I've been looking so I can be like, nigga, you whole married out here. I was ready for that line. Shit, I gave the nigga the wrong number, had to snatch the phone back when he talking about, I'm about to call you right now. And I was like, let me hold that. Give me that phone real quick.
Wrong number.
I've been trying to get a nigga the wrong number now, so stop that goddamn lie. You ain't had no fucking ring on because it would have seen the shit.
Was it the rumor?
That was number one red flag because I could have went and looked the shit up, but I didn't. Mm-hmm. The next red flag, the red flag before that was when he came to my house. And when he came to I put this on everything, Barbara June Cooper. When he walked in the house, my mama, Barbara June Cooper, when he came to pick me up, she was like,
She said
that's a cat man.
She did say that. I do remember your mama saying that.
She was like, that's a cat man, child. That man belonged to somebody. And she asked him, she was like, who you belong to? Because you ain't single. And he's like, yes, ma'am, I'm single. All that shit in front of my mama face. So I even have my mom to say what he said. He even to my mama made it like he wasn't married. So I didn't know. And see, that was the first red flag when my mama said, that's a cat man. That's the first words came out my mother's mouth. And I didn't hear it. You know what I'm saying? And it's not that I didn't hear it because let's be real. I didn't want to hear the shit. When you into what you into, you don't want, well, no, I take that back. When she said that when he came, I can't say at that time I wanted to hear it because when he asked me on that day, it was kind of like he kind of set me up because I had lied when he called. You know, I kept lying and putting shit off because I told you I ain't really want to talk to the nigga. So when he called, that was your intuition. That was my intuition. I kept lying. And then one day he was like, he was like, what you doing? And I was like, I'm at home just chilling. He was like, oh, good, because I pulled up in front of your house. I'm about to take you out. And I was like, So I went out, and when he came, my mom was like, that's the cat man. I ain't think two shakes about it because I was like, I don't give a fuck because, child, I'm about to eat some wings, play some pool, and he going to take me home, and that's going to be the end of that. I didn't give a fuck at the time. But then as I was dating him, then I got the rumor from my friends, and then I finally confronted him about the situation, and he said, well, I'm married, but I'm separate. But I'm separated. Now,
I can't speak on that.
Now, granted, I do believe he was not with her at the time. Now, when I say with her, meaning like he wasn't living in the house with her, I do believe that. I believe she probably kicked his ass out for cheating. And he been out there on the prowl doing his goddamn thing. Still motherfucking cheating. So I believe when he said that, like, we're separated, I believe like they weren't like separated, like, she moving on. I believe she just kicked his ass out the house.
I've been there, done that.
Yes.
You know.
So that was the next red flag because when he said it should have been like, I should have been like, if y'all was separated, you could have said that from Jump Street. You didn't have to lie about being married and separated. But you lied about that. So that was a red flag. I didn't listen to that shit either. So I went ahead, proceeded, because they separated. And then, next thing you know, the nigga just vanished. And
I know.
And then I get a phone call. Out the blue from a number. And I'm like, well, who is this? And before I can answer the number, he's calling. And he's like, don't answer that number. Don't answer the number. I'm like, what you mean? Don't answer the number. So she found, I guess, my number in his pocket. And she called me. And
this was way back in the day when you.
Yeah, girl. This was way back in the day. This when you writing numbers on paper and shit, and not in the phone in the phones. But the whole thing about it at the end of the day was it was so many red flags. It was so many, and I can't even say because people are like, oh, I was naive. I'm going to be honest. Some people may really be naive. I'm going to be really truthful in this moment and say I don't believe I was naive. I believe I just didn't want to see it, and it's a difference. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference from, get your gullible head out the clouds anime versus, where, I ain't see shit, so I ain't heard about it. He ain't tell me that. Those is two different things. That's you just don't fucking know, and you are gullible and naive as fuck. The other is you don't want to hear and don't want to see. So if you could put your blinders on, you'll walk right around like that. And that's what the fuck I did. And had I had some fucking self-esteem, I would have been like, nigga, no. Nigga, no. You know what I'm saying? I would have said no. But I ain't gonna lie. The nigga razzled and dazzled my ass for sure.
It's always fun while it lasted. We in fun. We having fun. I've been there. I've had fun.
You had the fun.
Now that I'm older now, I chuck mine up as a young lady with daddy issues. That's what I bring up mine upon.
It's always that.
I'm and not that I'm putting it on his shoulder, but there was low self-esteem issues and just so many things that I had no business staying in the relationship that I was in. It was all on me. It was all my fault. I would even use my excuse of cheating. Mm-hmm. Well, you cheated, so I'm gonna go out there and cheat. No, it was. So let
me ask you a question because I really want to know. When you cheated, did you cheat out of, well, I want to make him jealous and I want him to see how I feel, or did you cheat because you was like, well, shit, I'm lonely. I ain't got shit to do.
Don't have nothing to do. Don't know how to spend time with my damn self. To figure myself out.
Yeah.
In other words, just kind of like in my mind, moving on, but not really moving on. Super, because that's what you did the first time. But it happens. It happens. You don't know sometimes when you're in it. It's just we come up. I even came up with the reason. Well, okay, he's trying now. I do have a son with him, so I'll go back.
Girl, I remember when y'all had called me when y'all was in the clubs. That was another. See, with so many signs. That was another sign when y'all called me and y'all was in the club and y'all saw him and he was sweat, and this was one of his disappearing moments. I think I was pregnant at that time. I was pregnant with my son at the time, and y'all called me and he was in the club with another chick, and y'all was like, Melissa, if you saw the bitch he was in here with. And I said, how do she look? And y'all was like, this bitch looks so fucking, oh my God. That was another sign, because I'm going to tell you that was another sign, because
real she, dirty foot.
Yes. And that was a sign, no shade on the girl, but it was a sign because that's another thing. Like, that's when you don't know your worth, right? Because when you know your worth and you know your standards.
I'm about to be real. Give you a no. The sign was when I was about to leave with my ex from a nightclub. And some random dirty foot runs up and was like, "You fucking go nowhere with him, girl, cause blah blah blah." Now I'm like, oh, what? What is this? And I'm like, he's just pulling me like,
he like,
let's go.
Girl, was it Eddie Murphy and Boomerang? Girl, don't do it now. Remember when Tisha came back that time? Don't do it, bitch. Don't go, bitch.
I said, well, what was that about? I don't know. It was like, I can't remember exactly what he said to me. Nevertheless, I should have believed the young lady. I ain't even gonna call her a dirty foot.
But you should have took it in consideration. She was trying to warn your ass.
She was trying to look out.
She was.
And, I brushed her off.
And you should have been kind. You should have been like.
I should have listened.
Even if you didn't act on it, you should have kept it in like, let me watch this nigga. Let me sit back and watch this nigga. And I say that with him, with the dirty foot girl, with my situation is because I was really sitting in a position where I'm thinking, you on the bottom of the pot. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the, you know what I'm saying?
You just thinking that you.
He into me. I should be happy.
You should be head over heels.
I should be head over motherfucking heels. And you out here with fucking foot draggers. And that was another sign because it was like, girl, you probably are the motherfucking, you are the standard, bitch. You're the motherfucking standard right here. You know what I'm saying? And you right here not believing you the standard, not believing you worth it. And this nigga right here with all these dirty foot assholes. And you looking like, well, shit, the fuck is that? Well, what am I doing here? How do I fit in this equation?
No, I wasted my 20s. I say that.
No, you did not. You didn't waste it.
I grew from it. I definitely learned and I grew. But when they say, if you have the option to do things over again, you would do it differently. And I would do things differently. I love my son because I have a son with him,
Me too.
I couldn't even take that. I couldn't even take being left a single mom at a young age. But I
you should have left out the situation
a lot sooner. And it's just, and it's for him too, because it was like, what were we holding on to?
Comfort. You holding on to comfort, convenient. Yeah. You holding on to normality because it's something that you used to. Is it's normal to you. That's.
I feel like I've grown and moved on, but
yeah,
I say that for everybody.
But it be red flags out there, and we talk ourselves out of the red flags, and I feel like it has a lot to do with our self-esteem. The same way where Cardi probably talked herself out of a lot of things she saw that were red flags, that were toxic and Offset, and she talked herself out of it.
And Super the same way.
And Super the same way. And even Meg dealing with Tory Lanez, the same exact motherfucking thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's why it's so imperative to have self-esteem and
not go into things trying to fix people. Sometimes potential is not enough. To say I see potential in him. And it's like, well, give him, real. The opportunity to potentially be what you see. But
that's real. Because we do that.
Try to fix people, but it's like if it's meant to be, if it's meant for y'all to build on something, you can work on yourself and do what you're doing, and Mr. Potential can do what he doing, and you still gonna come together without him relying on you. You say, it was some post where a girl built the man up, and he wanted to move, she didn't want to move. She wanted to get married.
She wanted to get married. He didn't believe in marriage.
Then when he needed to move for work purposes, she said no, because you ain't married me. And he left and is engaged now.
About to get married.
He believes in marriage now because that's who he want to be with. But that's her fault.
And men, stop saying that shit too. even though we can't, like, women, you can't control a man and what they do. But men, stop saying that shit. Talk about, I don't believe in marriage. Just be real. I don't believe in marrying you.
And that's the same with women who say that.
I don't believe. Yeah, Jada. I don't believe in marrying. No, you would have married Tupac. You just ain't want to marry Will, and you should have said that. I believe in marriage. I just don't believe in marrying you. And I'm going to tell you why. When people say, I don't believe in marriage, that's a baloney bullshit. That's shit. It's motherfucking shit. And I'm going to tell you why. Because when you, like Bob Marley say, when you love a motherfucker, when you in love with a motherfucker and you want to be with a motherfucker, you will be with that motherfucker in the shack, with one room shack, with a fucking table. You'll eat bread and fucking water. You'll walk around barefoot. You'll move to motherfucking fucking Egypt. You'll do everything to be with this person when you love somebody, okay? Mm-hmm. When you don't have the same feelings invested like somebody else do, that's when you got all these limitations about what you ain't finna do. I don't believe in marriage. I don't believe in commitment. No, just be. I don't believe that shit.
I don't see that with you.
I don't see that with you. Now, if you be honest and you say I don't see me marrying you. I don't see that with you. I don't see us building this. I don't see that and me being satisfied or happy. And if that person want to be like, I'll make you fall in love, well then that's their business. Because you done said what it is. Yeah. But people stop lying about that. I don't believe in marriage and all that bullshit.
And that's their business, because that's how men feel when they tell women that I don't want to be in a relationship or I don't want to get married. And you just so persistent and on dating them that they like, that's her business. She was dating.
She want to be in a relationship with me, but I don't want to be in one with her.
Yeah, I let her come do my laundry and cook my food and set up my house.
That's what she wanted to do.
But that's what she wanted to do.
I told her
I
didn't want to be in a
relationship. And then when he finds
relationship.
the woman that he wants to be with, now you big mad and saying he played you when he didn't.
I seen a post on Facebook, and the post was like, I don't care what you do. It was the guy who wrote. He's like, I don't care what you do. He was like, you can wash dishes, you can do everything for me hand and foot, and I'll take it. And as soon as I find my true love, I'm leaving you.
I'm out. So
I'm leaving you, and I'm not gonna just put that on men because it came from a man, and people might be like, that's people.
People, period.
That's people, period.
I said men too.
That's women too. She gonna let you do it all, and you can be there. You can do everything from top to motherfucking bottom. But as soon as she find that nigga she in love with and head over heels for, your ass is out the motherfucking door. That's just simply what it is. So, like, stop doing that lying shit. Talk about what you don't believe in. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not true. Just say and be honest enough to say, when somebody asks you about commitment in marriage, just be real and say, I don't think too much about it because I haven't found anybody,
the right one.
Anyone for me to even consider something like that. Mm-hmm. And they're going to have to take that shit. You know what I'm saying? As much as it's a hard pill to swallow, like, yeah, that shit going to hurt your feelings, but I'd rather my feelings be hurt now, get over that shit and move on, than me be investing my time and
like I see girls, they'll post stuff like, why can't I find the right guy, or this guy did this and then I met this guy and he did that, like what can I do to find the right guy? And it's like, look at yourself. Just stop. You don't even have to ask people these questions, because if you look at yourself, you already know you picking the wrong man. You already know.
And another thing I'm tired of women saying, I don't like nice guys. Nice guys are boring. Stop that shit. Stop that shit right now. Sometimes, and I've realized this about myself, especially when I was younger, and I used to tell my husband that, I'd be like, sometimes I don't really know how to communicate and verbalize what I mean. And I feel like a lot of women who say that aren't really verbalizing what they mean. And when you say nice guys are boring, no, nice guys are not boring. What it is a woman wants to feel like they are protected and secure by any fucking man, right? Mm-hmm. No, like I put this in the post. Nobody wants to be with somebody who comes off weak.
Yeah.
So it's not that you want to be with a bad boy. You don't want to be with a motherfucker who seems weak.
Right.
Nobody wants to be. A man don't want to be with no weak woman.
And some women have to get out of that ignorant mentality that weak is not always, well, let me say this. Strength is not always something you see by just, their mannerisms and how they talk.
I don't play that shit.
Yeah,
I'll fuck a nigga up. Let me tell you.
Sometimes you gotta
like
look at
Lil Wayne.
character.
Yes, like Lil Wayne said.
Can be very strong.
Real G's moving silent like lasagna, bitch. Like what they say, what's understood don't need to be explained. I'm gonna tell you right now, I ain't putting nobody on the spot, and I ain't gonna say no names or no references. But I have dated niggas who's supposed to be gangster, and they be the loudest motherfuckers in the room, and be the first motherfucker to run, and be the first motherfucker to duck, and be the first motherfucker to try to pull something out and shoot everything up around them because they scary as a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So that don't mean shit. Mm-hmm. I guarantee you, the motherfucker who is gangster so-called, that nigga ain't gonna talk that much. Okay? That he ain't gonna say a whole lot. He gonna say what he gotta say. If he say it, and sometimes he ain't gonna say shit, he just gonna be like this. And you gonna know what time it is. You're gonna be like, child.
And you gotta look at protection is not always by force.
It's not.
Like what can he do for you in other ways? And likewise with the men. That's why they say, women are nurturers. So I guess it's only given. That's something that most women try to give to a man.
And listen, to add to that, that's the same misconception with men too that need to understand. Just like women need to understand that strength and protection isn't just a look.
Physical stuff.
Men need to understand nurturing is not just cooking and cleaning. Okay? Exactly. That's not the only look for nurturing. Like that woman who actually listening to you while you actually talk about some childhood trauma that you don't normally talk to. That woman that allows you to cry and she don't judge you. Mm-hmm. That woman who comforts you, who can tell like something wrong, and they give you that hug just for no reason out the blue, you think, and they hug you. That's nurturing. Mm-hmm. That's nurturing. So cooking and cleaning don't just define what nurturing is. That's not nurturing. That's not the only thing that's considered nurturing. So understand that. So you and understand this, just because a woman can't cook, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's be real. Like I've said this so many times. It's plenty women out here who can, like, physically, yes, they can cook, but does it taste good? Hell fucking no. Because everybody can't cook. Simple. Everybody can't cook. But so you mean to tell me if you meet a woman and this woman is in tune with your feelings, she's gonna nurture your feelings. She's gonna allow you to talk about those daddy issues or those mother issues, and she's gonna be there by your side to help you get through those things. She's gonna talk to you about you being violated or molested or abused when you was a child. She's not gonna judge you. She's your confidant. She's your safe space. You mean to tell me you gonna let that shit go because the bitch can't fry chicken? And you probably can fry it.
Let me say this. Even if you could do it better, I've ate some girls cooking. And to the husband who loves that woman to death, he gonna eat that shit. He don't care. He gonna offer that shit to everybody else who come through the door, cause that's his wife cooking, and he happy with it. He done got accustomed to it, cause he loved that woman. Shit. Now she pissed him out. He might be like,
getting tired of your ass with this funky ass, nasty ass food you cook. I don't know why you keep.
But
that shit made me think about the game. That shit made me think about the game when Durham told Melanie when he came in and she been mad and she been cooking, talking about, babe, what are you doing? She talking about, I'm cooking dinner. He talking about, I thought you said you weren't gonna do that no more. So I'm just saying that's the same thing. So even with women with protection, sometimes you think protection is a nigga busting a nigga out or fighting a nigga or whatever. Like that don't just subscribe to protection. Protection may be like he protects your feelings in the sense of when he know, like you might want him to say, oh, let's move in together, and he know he ain't ready for that shit yet. And he telling you like, listen, babe, I'm not there yet. I'm not ready for that. And I don't want to move in too soon with you. I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to do those things. You know what I'm saying? That's a protector. A man who don't want to move too fast because he know he ain't ready. You know what I'm saying? Or he might know you ain't ready. He might know both of y'all ain't ready. That's a protector. He's protecting your feelings. He's considering your feelings. So understand what the importance of this stuff is and stop limiting these things with just, oh, a protector, somebody who beat them up and fight.
And while we're saying this, we're not saying put people in categories because that's something a lot of people do. Yeah. Like they come up with these lists of standards and everybody has to meet the check mark. Like, but bitch, you ain't perfect either. Because if you was, your ass would be with somebody.
What is it? That's the 80-20 rule? That's the 80-20 rule. Like, none of us are 100%. But if he got more 80 and he got this little 20 over here, why is you going to dump him because it's 20? He got 80.
You can't look at everybody else. You might think somebody got, they got 100%. They got the man with the nice body. Ooh, girl, and he can fuck. Ooh, girl, and he make more money than me, and he pay the bills. But as soon as the bitch say something he don't like, he shut the fuck up, bitch. You know. But you don't see that on pictures on their lavish vacation.
Or he a mama's boy, and he let the mama run the relationship, and she not gonna tell you about that shit. She ain't gonna tell you all of the ins and outs. And not to say that it's bad, but it's just to say that, you know, you can't look at other people's situation and be like, oh, and put that as goals. I kind of hate that shit now that we do. Goals, couple goals. You don't know what the fuck they got going on in their relationship. You don't know what they had to go through to get to where you don't know none of that shit. So instead of you trying to take somebody else's relationship and make it goals, how about you make your own goals? What you want. I'll be perfectly honest. Like all of the shit that I went through with my baby father, other guys, when I finally was done with him, I was like, Lord, if you send me somebody who loves me for me, who can see me for me, who allows me to be who I am, I said, you know, I would be so appreciative. I'm not going to be hooked up. I'm not going to be out there about finance and money and status. And I'm not going to do all of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to do all of that. And sure enough, I got my husband. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. When you start taking away the shit that don't matter, because his money, how much money he make, doesn't matter. And I know some people might be like, that do matter. No, it don't. Now, what matters is if he fucking works and he provides, and if push comes
and
to
what
shove,
he does with the money he make, honey.
Thank
you can meet a man who make money and that motherfucker is not good with money.
Oh,
and a motherfucker who ain't good with money.
Rest in peace. Mama
Bitch.
Ooh, Lord.
Honey. You better be good with money and hope that he lets or allows you to take over the finances. Because that shit don't work.
Okay. I love you, Larry. I'm just saying, I love my stepdaddy, but child,
horrible with money, and vice versa, men with women.
Shop.
You might be a bitch who just bad with money.
Okay. Yeah.
They're all out there, so no, you cannot look at stuff like that. But we gotta look into ourselves and know what we are worth and know what we want and know what we bring. As we got to know what our weaknesses are too.
That's very important.
And saying that what is your weakness? Because that's important when you're.
What's your weakness?
My weakness is I will allow things to. I'm gonna go with the flow. So my go with the flow, I give people more chances or situations even more chances than what they deserve. Whereas my husband on the other end, he ready to call some bullshit or some shit, like,
for every little thing.
Every little thing. But we balance each other out. Because sometimes I'm being too nice, and you gotta call me out.
That's the key too of a relationship.
You have to balance each other out. It's a partnership. And there are moments where I'm like, you read more into it. Like, let's just talk. Let's talk about this. And it's like, he's like, you might be right. But it's times where I'm like, what's right? You look at it like that. So you have to find a balance.
I think my weakness would be that I read into stuff too much. I don't know. I think I read into stuff too much, and I don't allow things to kind of like
manifest. You don't even let it go to the next level. You stop it.
I think that
before you allow it to play out.
Because I was just like recently, I was just because I was talking to my husband. He was like, I don't know what he asked me or what he said. He was like, damn, God damn, it ain't even all that. I ain't even mean it like that. And I was like, you right, ain't it? I just took that shit and ran with it and just was like, God. So, I think I'd be a little too uptight. And I'd be ready to be like, every little thing. Now, granted, it's because of past situations, but that's what it is. And I say that. This sums it up. And I think this is me in a lot of things. My weakness is learning how to let shit go. I think it's very hard for me to kind of like let shit go. I'm working on letting stuff go, and how I've tried to learn how to let stuff go is instead of just kind of like dwelling on it and talking about it, I'm like, wait, just go talk to that person and say it. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, this is how I feel. Blah, blah, blah. This is, you know what I'm saying? This is what it is. And just say it. And then once you say it, let it go.
That's the advice I give. It's like, sometimes it's like, well, what did you say? Or did you, and it's like, the response would be, well, I ain't talked to them about it yet. And it's,
And Iyanla spoke on that today. She said, how can you complain about somebody or something, but you are not willing to address it to that person? Because you talking about it to everybody in the world is not going to fix it.
Right.
No, everybody in the world, like, I can't fix, you got a problem with this person. Like, you need to talk to that person. Now, if you're talking to me on how you can bring the matter up, that's one thing. But to talk about, like, I can't help you, so you have to talk to that person. And I'm learning that a lot. Like, I'll find myself, like, work with clients. I'm like, wait a minute. Stop.
Let me talk to them.
Let me just go ahead and write this out, and let me just talk about it and get it over with instead of living in here.
Sometimes,
I live in here too much.
And you're playing out different scenarios.
Yep.
And it's like, it's just not going anywhere.
Ain't doing it.
I'm not like an upfront person, but when I say I do allow stuff to just roll off my back, that's because it has not bothered me yet.
But you know what?
But once it bothers me.
But you know what? I don't think a lot of people are upfront people. I don't care how much somebody be like, oh, I'm an upfront person. It's probably to a certain degree. But I don't think any of us say stuff like what comes to our head.
Tell it, I'm an upfront person.
Yeah.
Well, I know you're going to say it. But no, it's not like I just say things just Like, I
No.
don't think about it. And it's the
Nobody
roll of the tongue
just is an
say
upfront
things.
person.
No,
I'm sure
I
things
listen.
happen
Yeah.
and you watch and you listen.
Yeah.
And maybe your fuse might be a little shorter than somebody else's. You might be like, I can't do this shit no more. Look, blah, 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 blah. This is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But nobody really just comes and say stuff because we are all, as much as we try to disconnect and try to be different and we so different, we all connect. And the connection is nobody wants to hurt anybody's feelings. Nobody wants
psycho.
Nobody wants to hurt people's feelings. Nobody wants people to take shit the wrong way. So we always, for a second, think about how somebody could perceive it or take it. You gonna think about it for a short second. Like, oh shit, that might be, and maybe you might be like, they might, man, fuck, I don't care.
But you know
you
what?
Gonna think about
I think people need to think about it. Like you do want to think about, like, well, how would this make me feel if I don't say it? Like, or if I allow this to keep going on.
Yeah.
You don't want to just go out to hurt people's feelings, but before you even ask yourself, like, oh, that's gonna hurt their feelings, you gotta ask yourself, like, how is this going to make me feel if I don't say something, if they keep doing this, or I don't eventually talk about it? You got to ask yourself first. Like you say, you was talking about self first. You got to put yourself first. And you got to say self, like, if I don't say nothing, then this is just going to bother me. And I just can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
So you got to think about yourself first.
You do.
And you don't want to humiliate people when you confront people too.
Don't do it mean.
Don't call your significant other out in front of their family or your family.
Don't be talking about something. Oh, you ain't say that when you was eating my ass the other night
in front of his mama. Don't do that.
No, nobody. Don't humiliate him. Don't humiliate her. I don't think that's people's intentions. I think when you get upset, when you don't let it build up, when you don't let it just like consume and take over, it implodes. And then that's when you kind of lash out and you just say it. You don't care who you around, who you with, whatever. So that just means that you let it go on too long.
Yeah, that I used to be bad about that.
Yeah, you let stuff. No, I say stuff all the time, but see, that's my problem. I say stuff all the time about everything, and it's not even that serious sometimes. When in regards to my husband, I do that. Whereas my husband don't talk a lot, don't say a lot of stuff, walk around. Man, why y'all do that shit? Y'all talk about we be having PMS. Why y'all walk around like,
well, what's wrong with you?
Man. Let's not talk about the size.
No, and the head shake. Oh
yeah.
Everybody talking. Oh Lord. One of them damn moments.
Girl, I ain't do goddamn handshake. I hate that shit.
Do you ever get
Yep.
something to themselves?
I get the side like, and you be like, what you signed for? I ain't shaking. What the fuck is that shit? Because that shit gets on my.
That's when sometimes we read too much into stuff. Because now, you know what I do when things like that go on? I be like, well, what we gonna eat for dinner? Shit, some random shit. Shit.
That changes.
Because I don't even know what subject you're on. You hadn't communicated with me anyway.
He just.
I don't know.
Boy, I tell you.
Yeah.
You got. What is that? Boy, I tell you what. But anyways, I think it's been an hour. Probably more than an hour.
We could calculate it better.
We
be on time.
We gonna clink. For a little bit in mine.
Just before I go back to them kids.
Ooh, shout
out to the homeschooling parents out there. It gets hard. I just gotta say this before I go. Watch them turn mute button And even when you're watching the mute button, make sure they ain't open up another window online and live that's not muted, and you're looking at the other one that is muted, but people can still hear every damn thing you're saying. That damn Jacob, if he do that shit one more time.
And for Tanisha and all the teachers out there, Naya, Tanisha,
They're doing a great job.
they're saying congratulations, but they want you to know, please be dressed properly. They don't want to see your raggedy drawers. They don't want to see your raggedy drawers on. And your undergarments.
I be having to go to work afterwards, so I get dressed for work.
And they don't want to see you smoking your weed while you while your kids on class. They don't want to see that. Okay, they don't want to get your kids up. They said clean the coal out their eye, have them dressed for school. Cause Tanisha put up that post with that lady going on about
my child went and sat in class plenty of times with the coal in his eye, and it's just because you gotta teach independence. So shit, he ain't wiping it out his damn eye. Now he's sitting on camera because he could see himself. Like, ooh, something in my eye. I'm like, I told you to wash your damn face before you got on there. Well, I just like to pick it out now anyway.
But they want y'all parents, y'all need to be dressed. Why y'all got y'all undergarments on for these children? Because I don't want my children to see y'all with y'all panties and y'all drawers on. But wear your motherfucking bonnet. Now I'm done. Shit, they ain't at school. Keep that fucking bonnet on, okay? And them house shoes.
They come right on that camera with your big face when you trying to click the button for
what
your
he
child.
Supposed to be doing? What he supposed to be doing now? Shit. Now we gonna clean, and we will see y'all next time. Oh, and make sure y'all go check out Nobody Grinds app, Nobody Grinds Like Us app, okay? And check out the rest of the podcast. But look at ours first, because we better. Thank you. Bye. I said, who